How's everybody doing today? Empty room. Looks like Streamlabs finally updated everything, so we'll be able to make that happen. Why did you go back down? Go back to the live center. Go to TikTok. I want to watch Tickety Talk. All right, let me go ahead and do the stream updates that I got to do at the beginning of every single stream, and then we'll dive back into Fallout 4. I'm hoping that everything is much more stable this time. That's like 7 muches. And so I'm hoping that will be more stable. Now, let me click on the multi-stream, see if anybody's chatting on some of these feeds yet. I've had the chicken dance stuck in my head since my wedding. How weird is that? Is that weird? I don't know. I feel like that song's designed to get stuck in your head. Alright, so there's one chat, and let's go ahead and get away from this. See, my normal community, they think I'm going to be getting on in like 45 minutes. Actually, it's Friday. I normally don't stream on Fridays. So they're probably just like, oh, what's happening? Why are you doing this? Don't do this to us. Well, I haven't had a chance to stream all week because I've been so damn busy. And so this is going to work out pretty well. All right, is that done? Save on that. I just need to pop out this chat. Got it. Okay, cool. And then engage with my audience. I don't want to do that yet. I mean, I do want to do that, but not in that way. Okay, move this one over here. And then move this one over here. Like that. Okay, and then like that. Almost done. You know, it's still 2 minutes. I'm rusty because I haven't been streaming that much lately. But either way, pretty excited that that wasn't that long. All right, and then let me go ahead and just launch this so I can just make sure that everything stays stable. Stable? Doesn't matter, still counts. Okay. Perfect. And with that being said, we can get to work on our vault. Clicky. Oh, man. So it's been like over a week since I've done the vault. And the last time that I streamed, I actually had to call it early because it was like just breaking down on me. And when I say breaking down on me, I mean like the stream wasn't stable. And so as always, we're going to start in Vault 88 at the beginning. I do need to end up clearing out some of these dead bodies that are around. But either way. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the vault. I wish you could refurbish the door. Look how rusty that thing is. Does not look that clean. Alright, so I'll do a quick tour of all the progress so far. And then I'll break down what we're going to work on today. So far, we've completed two of the main areas that we're working on, and we still have 7 more to go. And so this obviously is the DLC. That's the bug of the mod that I'm using, that I can't move that security console. Really need to clean out some of these bodies. All right. So anyway, so this is where we've started building. Hang on, I actually need to make sure that I'm not all alone down here. All right, so we got our atrium. It's nice and finished with our nice little side closets off to the side here. That leads into our residential areas where we got our nice little bedroom set up, complete with their own bathrooms. Love that little look that we were able to get done. And then over here we got even more residential. Yeah. Look at that. Like that. I really like how this is going to be laid out and all that. Little bathroom over here too. But then of course we'll go up here. This is the luxury suites. Because, yeah, I mean, if you're going to spend your life underground, why not do it in luxury, right? So our luxury suites are up here. I kind of feel like I need to find a place to put a bathroom on this one. Hey, Don't Ask. Hey, Josh. Appreciate it. Yeah, it has been a long time. Been way too busy with a lot of different stuff. All right, so we got luxury suites back into the atrium here. See how it's all interconnected? All right, up there, that's our next location. It's the Overseer's Quarter. We can either go up that elevator, which I really enjoy, or we can even go up the stairs because we needed to build stairs. This is going to be a little barber shop, kind of like that. And then in this, of course, is our Overseer's office. It's the elevator right there. And so you got Overseer chilling in her office over here. It's a big office. I really like this one. Really nice overview of the atrium. Then over here, this is going to be more of like the actual living space for the Overseer because I'm going to eventually take it. And then this, I guess, was going to be the bathroom. It's a big bathroom. Do I really need a 3x3 for the bathroom? Doesn't matter. Who cares? All right, so let's keep checking it out. Figure I'd go ahead and check out some of the other stuff. So we'll take this elevator all the way. I love how you can actually like count down the floors too. All right, so here we are, first floor again. I'll go back here so you can see where we're at. So this is the atrium right here. Right. Back here, where does this go? So this is what we're going to be working on today, is this room that's going to be going right over here into all of this space. Don't know what it's going to be used for, but we're going to be making it. Hey, Theral, you are my first comment today on YouTube. How you doing today? Let's see here. Let's head on back this way and check over here. This was the path that we made at the end of the last stream, which I'm pretty excited about. That sounds like a fun time. Don't ask. I'm pretty excited to get back into Project Zomboid too. We'll be launching the server this week, I'm sorry, not this week. Maybe this weekend, if not next week. And so one of the other things that I might work on today is this area, because we did connect it down here with the vault space. This is going to be the farm. And the reason... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick there, Theral. The reason that this is going to be the farm, all the nuclear waste, sounds about right, is because when I put down like a regular hallway here and connect it, you're going to see. Check it. It has little patches of dirt that kind of like bleed through it. And so, and I mean, it kind of keeps going the whole way too, but it never drops any lower than this. But you see the dirt on either side of it. And so this is going to be the farm area where we're going to be growing all the crops. You can leave that one there. All right, let's head on back to the other side, and then I'll show off the water area and then the final area that we're going to be building. But the idea is to make it the largest vault we've ever been able to do on Base Legend. So far, this structure alone is larger than anything we've ever done inside of Vault 88. You don't have a table yet? I thought you were going to finish your table like last week or something. Don't ask. Sorry, I got lost in my own vault. I really need to get signage put up. All right, so this way takes you down to water. You know, I have the ammo now. And I need to go exterminate some mole rats real fast. So this, you know, I might as well show it off first. This takes you all the way down to the water pump area where we have a second reactor set up. And I figured out, somebody asked me how I have my power up to 999, and it's actually like 1200, something like that. This mod duplicates, like doubles the amount of power and stuff like that. Hey, Truthful 3. Wait, Truthful Truth. Haha, Fallout 3? Fallout 3 is the first one I played. That was the one that got me into the whole series. And I will say that they have never created a DLC as exciting and as fun as Mothership Zeta. I loved Mothership Zeta so much. Oh, didn't realize that the sentry bot followed me in here. That's kind of weird. And so anyway, this is the last area that we're going to be building in, is this tunnel over here, which of course is where that sentry bot is. Wasoup, 17 dragonfishes. Those were fun aliens, man. That was my favorite weapon too, was the alien weapon in the Mothership Zeta. I don't even remember what it's called. It had like a weird name to it. And I left some mole rats over here because I ran out of ammo when I was originally doing this. And so just 2 seconds. How do we find them from the radio signal? If I remember, you have to go to it was like you went to a drive-in theater or something. No, that's Big Mountain in New Vegas. Man, I don't even remember how you unlocked that DLC. feel so cheap whenever I use VATs. So dumb. Yeah, dude. I can't wait for you to get that set up. It'd be cool to game with you again, don't ask. Definitely would be cool to game with you again. Where'd the other one go? Did it happen again? So I fought a legendary Rad Scorpion, and it like went underground and died. And I don't know why. But I'll take it. Looks like that one died too. Alright, hang on, let me just get all this nuclear material. Hey, Team Zay. How you doing? Scrap all this junk. But anyway, so this is going to be where one of our final rooms is. I doubt I'm going to have like the time to really get into this one and build it. And so we'll see. Yeah, definitely took out all the Rad Scorpions already. You can kind of see some of the corpses around here. And then you can probably... Yeah, there's the legendary. He like went underground and like collided with something. Because the collision and a lot of the maps and meshes are completely different because of the mod that I'm using here. And he went underground and just died. Like, it was one of the most pathetic Rad Scorpion deaths I've ever seen. Man, I need to get my, like, agility up a little bit. It is pitiful watching Nate run around inside of the vault right now. Alright, so let's start working on this room. Nope, not that room. I get so lost in here. I do actually need to like set up signage and stuff like that. All right, let's set up this room. This will be our little like lab kind of area. Let's go ahead and clear out Julian's inventory here so we can move him a little easier. This will be like a little lab kind of area. So let's go ahead and really I just want to make it 2 large rooms. We'll do one room that's kind of weird shaped to fit into all of this. And then we'll do 1 extra room heading out that way. That seems appropriate, right? 2 seconds. That was the wrong button. And hang on, I want my vault, my Pip-Boy light on. All right, let's do this again. All right, been a minute. Been like a week since we were building in this. So let's see here. Awesome. I will check it out as soon as the stream's done. Dude, I'm kind of excited about that. That seems pretty fun. Man, maybe we should make this... Alright, you know what? I have a kind of a fun idea. It's going to be a little silly, but everything in Fallout's a little silly. And so we're going to go with it. Alright, connect. What? Oh, duh. I need a door first. 2 seconds is all the way at the end. Okay. There's the door. That took me so long to figure out how to do the rooms to the hallways, and that you just needed 1 piece to make it all work. Alright, now we need corner going this way. And then again, we're going to kind of like allow this one to exist a little bit. Let's go ahead and that's a domestic hallway. Let's go ahead and put in a domestic hallway with windows. Yep, 1. And then it's always tricky to do this when you have it like this. So hang on, let's get this feral out of the way. Man, I'm excited to get back into Zomboid. Like, it's something that I've been putting off, unfortunately, for way too long. And Tech has actually been getting at me every once in a while. Like, he's been on his game ever since he moved. Wait, I have this wrong. And so I'm super grateful that our server admin has been well on point about this. But I've just been so tired and busy lately. And so I just have not had a chance to. All right. And then if you're ever wondering, if you're ever building a vault and you can't get like a hallway to snap like this, like see how it's like popping in and out, this is what you do. You get really close and you look down. And for some reason, you'll find it a lot easier. Of course, now that I've said that, there it is. And so you'll find it a lot easier. I don't know why it's the case. But anyway, all right, onward. Let's go ahead and add windows now into our classroom here. That's pretty. Except we just want straight windows, not corners. not doubles. That one. Been crazy busy as well. What's got you so busy, sir, if you don't mind me asking? Obviously, you can tell me that you don't care and you don't want to tell me. I don't care. Either way, it is actually, it's super weird to say this, but I have been so just detached from streaming because of just everything else that's going on with like the other channel and everything else that we're trying to build. Is that a hallway? All right, watch this. Well, you don't need to, I mean, you're obviously watching. I don't need to tell you, hey, watch this. But I figure, let me go ahead and just put some fun pieces in here. So that way people can spy on our school while these kids are in sesh. You never get kids in your vault. So I don't really know why I'm doing a school. I actually need to add some other mods in here. One mainly is Sim Settlements. That's a big one I want. How am I and the kids doing? I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. Don't ask. And then the kids are definitely doing pretty well. Wife as well. We went camping this past weekend, and so it was like my daughter's, my 3-year-old's first camping trip. It was so much fun. It was like so much fun. And so I like doing that stuff, and we have never gotten a chance to do it. And so like you get some fun core memories that like roasting marshmallows over a fire and stuff like that. Hey, Golden Shadow, I'm building what probably the largest vault I've ever attempted. And so this is the main area of the vault, and then it also stretches all the way down to the water pump, and then over into the other area down there, and also goes all the way down to that cavern. So that's what it is. You've never been camping? I encourage every single person to go camping. And to be fair, like there's multiple types of camping. Like when you say like, oh yeah, I went camping, you kind of need to specify. Like I have young kids, and so like we went cabin camping. We rented a cabin in the woods, and like we stayed in basically a house in the woods. Like I didn't take my kids out into the middle of nowhere and force them to sit in a tent forever. But I love tent camping too. Tent camping is super fun. That's too far. This is too much. This is too much. You know what? We'll at least second guessing myself here. Hey, Master, how you doing? Yeah, so it got shut down for a little while because our server admin had to move, but it should be back up and running like within this week or next, actually. It's something that's been on my mind to get back up and running, just because I love Zomboid so much, and also our server admin has put in the time and the effort to make it worthwhile and have people on it and stuff like that. And so I want to kind of like obviously make sure that his work doesn't go wasted. And so yeah, it's something that's on my mind. Keep an eye on the Discord. I know that you're a member of our Discord, so just keep an eye on the Discord. You know what? I want this backwards, actually. You are going to come over here, and then you are going to be a window. And then hopefully we'll get the Zomboid server up and running. Mods fully implemented? Not yet. We need to get it back online first and foremost. Just moving it to another location was kind of a big enough deal. And so now we need to actually reset it up. The server's going to go through a wipe, but when we go to set it up, we'll get the mods put into it. And so hopefully the mods will be set up by every single time, by the time that we get everything live for you guys. Just work in school 17. Sorry about the delay on that one. My bad, man. It's been so long since I've had to like keep track of all these different chats. And so my apologies. Okay, so this is going to be a lab, but it's going to be kind of an interesting-ish lab. We're going to use atrium pieces to make it double high, as opposed to, yeah. That should make sense. Okay, just making sure. I don't like where that snapped to because of this. Oh, that's the elevator that's causing that. Okay. All right, let's make this work. So atrium on the bottom here. And then atrium window right here to see that. And then corner piece. But yeah, I want the wide open look for this one. And then that should definitely do it. I understand sleeping issues very, very, very well. I'm sorry that you're going through that. That is no fun. Sleeping issues are definitely... You have my sympathies, sir. Like, I have kids. Oh, you guys know I have kids. And so, like, I can't remember the last time that I had actually slept through an entire night in about, like, 2-3 years. So I feel your pain. Come on now. Which one am I looking for? Is it this one? It should just snap right on top of this. I'm not sure why it's not snapping. Alright, well, no worries. We're going to do this a different way. Might need to do 2 labs. Alright, we're going to just make a second room, though. Which one looks the most like a lab? Clinic. Yeah. Definitely the clinic. Ooh, I'm running out of steel. That's actually kind of surprising. That's like the one thing that you never really have to like worry about when you're doing vault building is running out of steel. But yeah, definitely running out of it. All right, get that corner piece right here. And then, yeah, let's go straight for a little bit. Yeah, skip that one. That needed to be a corner though. So this is just Azrael. Sorry about that. This is just the Vault 88 DLC, and so it's all in the same place. But I have a mod installed that is allowing me to build beyond capacity of like a normal vault size, and then gives me a bunch of other fun bells and whistles. And so hope that answers your question. All right, is this gonna? Yeah, we'll be fine like this. The one question I want to know is, does this have annex rooms? Yeah, it does. Okay, so annex room. Not going to be able to fit one right there, but we'd be able to fit one right here. Let's go ahead and put a door corner here. Just need one singular door. That's the one. That may or may not work. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's see if we can put a closet on it real fast. It's like I like having all these different like available options here, but definitely you get a little limited with the space of the vault. So that's the mid cap. So the mid cap looks like it'll fit. Yeah, the mid cap would fit. Let's see if we can find it. You know what, we could... Hang on, if the mid-cap's going to fit, how could we make the mid-cap work? I see it, hang on. It needs to be this one, the mid, just in reverse. Then it should snap. Why don't you want to snap? See, it's got the room. All right, if we can't fit a closet here, it's not the end of the world. Can we fit one here? We can fit one right there. Been looking at the wrong spot. Wait, why is your video broken again? And thanks for the follow, Azrael. Appreciate that. All right, so this time, get the corner on the right side. So we want this one, like that. And so now, the closet should work, or the annex room. See? Just like that. Beautiful little annex room. How bad is that, though? It's not. Okay. Alright, so you can't even really notice it. Cool. Alright, cool. That's fantastic. Sorry about your broken video again there, Don't Ask. I promise I'm not breaking it. Okay. So now we just need to run this straight for a little bit, just to give it some space. Oh, we need steel really bad. We're not going to be able to finish building this. I guess we can see how long it's going to be, though. So there you go. I almost want to take it a little bit further than that. Okay, well, we need steel, and I think I've scrapped the entire vault, so I think I might need to go find another settlement to take care of real fast. 2 seconds. All right, I think I can finally unlock this one now. Yeah, science 2. All right, so this gives me the new elevators for the vault, which makes things a little bit easier. All right, let's go scrap some stuff at a settlement. What's a settlement? What's one that we own? Like none of these, really. All right, do we have one? Starlight Drive-In. Perfect. That's a good one. That'll get me a bunch of steel. All right. Go take care of this real fast. Get some materials. Maybe even stop by Trash Can Carla. And then head on back. It feels good to be streaming again. Like, I took that, like, almost month off. And it's super weird because I'm so used to talking, like, on a camera for so, like, frequent. Huh? All right, I'll go ahead and just take that stuff. What up, Carla? You again. I was not expecting to just find you here. But whatever.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
Calm down, lady. All right, let's see. See if there's anything worthwhile. Yeah, I could do the cheat. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. See, Justin, normally what I say to that is I'm just like, yeah, I don't normally do mods and blah, 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 blah. But admittedly, I've modded the hell out of this one. And so I have absolutely nothing that's preventing me from doing that. And that's kind of not a bad idea. I might do that before the next time around. Like I might do that. That's a pretty good idea. Kind of want to hold on to that shotgun. I need to take out some of these legendaries that I have on me. Didn't realize I had this much crap. All right, well, whatever. I'll just pay my 3. Oops, messing all things up here. Just pay my 3 caps here and move on. All right, let's head on over to the drive-thru. I still don't have much ammo. Should probably invest in finding some soon. But yeah, I probably will. Sleeping issues are what keep you up at night. I feel like that could be a t-shirt that would sell really well. Anyway, long story short, there's enough steel that should get through at least half of what we still need to build at the vault. So we should be alright. Hey, Henry. Good to see ya. There's like a bug that pops out here, right? It's weird that I remember that. Like, this game's 10 years old, and I remember that way too much. Well. Alright, might as well get some of this stuff so we don't have to bother pulling it from the bench. Oh, yeah, the 308s, those are actually really nice. Scrap all of that anyway. What's my favorite gun? I am a big fan of the sniper rifles in the Fallout games. And so right now I'm using the Hunter rifle. In Fallout, which one was it? New Vegas. It was the anti-material rifle. I loved it. But right now I'm just using a very short-scoped Hunter rifle. And to be honest with you, it's good. But it's definitely not my favorite. I'd rather have a 50 caliber. I'd rather, like, I don't know. That's kind of how I've always played Fallout. It's just, like, you can see it right now. I have no need to be, but I'm crouched. Like, I'm just rolling around hidden because that's just how it's always been. There's traps on these stairs. Hang on. I don't remember where the traps are, but I remember I always set them off. It's going to be at the top. Why do I always remember setting a trap off there? You've only played 4. Are the other ones good? I think that all of the games, all of the Fallout games are spectacular. And I truly, truly mean that. And that goes back to like Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics. I think it was like Fallout Brotherhood of Steel is the other one. Every single one of them is good in and of itself. It's really just a different style of game each time, but they all have a lot of fun, cool qualities, and they're all semi-connected. All right, let's have some fun. Oh, bad shooting. There we go. Have I talked to Preston today? I'm doing a quest for Preston right now. I'm gonna just point that out there. I am doing Starlight Drive-In right now. And so I'm going to have to fairly soon. Guys should stop screwing around. Let's go. Yeah, dig under the ground. I mean, I can kind of see you. Have I watched the show? Yeah. Yeah, I have. I do. I am a fan of the show. I enjoy Lucy's character because of just how clueless of a vault dweller she is. I really, really, really enjoy Lucy. I think Walter Goggins' character, the Ghoul, he's definitely a blast too. But it would have been a lot cooler if, I don't know. I feel like the one thing that they've kind of gotten a little weird is Ghoul lore, but aside from that, it's fantastic. Hey, Ronry, how you doing? All right, and here we are over at the workshop. There we go. Okay, so now that we got that set up, there's one thing that we got to disarm in here, and then we can scrap all of this stuff. I would love to know a fun fact about you. What's your fun fact, sir? Okay, there we go. Now, let me just shoot this iBot real fast. Sometimes you just need to destroy him. You know Lucy's character development is insane. I think that it is too. I like her brother better as far as like a Vault Dweller goes. Her brother definitely makes me laugh because just of like, I don't know how his character development is. How he goes from this really shy, cowardly dude. That was a dumb one. Got hit really hard by that one. To kind of like he's going to probably end up being the hero of the next season. So we'll see. We'll see. You can play the pan flute and the recorder. That's awesome. Dude, I used to play the recorder back in school long time ago, and then I learned how to play the trumpet, and that was my instrument of choice in school. And then I had like learned guitar and bass guitar and all of that stuff. But yeah, that was always the big one for me. So yeah, props to wind instrument players. I was in the brass, but still. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and scrap. We got all the traps done. I'm gonna build a settlement here too. And so let's go ahead and get started on that. I doubt, played the clarinet in high school? Nice, dude. This is what my best friend in high school played. Oh, in middle school? Either way. Still. Great set of instruments. All right, let's get rid of these barrels so we don't have to worry about this radiation anymore. Did I get them? Nope, not all of them. Okay. Got rid of those barrels. So the big thing that I don't know if I have enough of right now is circuitry. to build all the electronics that I need. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Yep. So the barrels are what make the areas in your build areas radioactive. And so if you get rid of the radioactive barrels, you get rid of that that constant ticking. You're self-taught on the pan flute? Damn, dude, how long did that take? That seems like a pretty impressive skill to self-teach. All right, let's get some power and see if we can even just set this thing up. Miscellaneous, there it is. Yeah, wow, we actually have enough crystal to do it. I was kind of worried that we wouldn't have enough. Okay. What about power? Do we have enough for one generator? We have enough for exactly one generator. Actually, I think we have one generator on our person. It's weird. Missing 2 gears. But either way, generator beacon. Now we got that going. Now we can set up a supply line for a lot of the other stuff. And so now I just got to keep worrying about scrapping stuff down while we wait for our people to show up. 1 minute of self-teaching. Nice. Okay. That's not bad at all. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. And that's how I used to be with like certain instruments, where you could like pick it up, learn one song without like I don't know. I know how to play one song on a lot of different instruments, and that's about it. Like, I can play taps, you know, the military funeral procession song. Play that on probably 20 different instruments because it's just so simple. And if you just pick it up and you figure out what the keys are, you can totally just make it happen. But yeah, no, I respect that. That's an acquired skill. It's not that easy to do. So I respect what you're laying down there. Man, just need all of this steel. Wish I was getting a little bit more steel, but beggars can't be choosers. Really, I'm also just hoping that somebody just shows up pretty soon, and I can start making Starlight Drive-In a little bit of a production facility. Because, like, I don't want to set up a camp and just have people sit around and do nothing. Like, I want to put them to work. And so at bare minimum, I'm going to set up a bunch of scavenger tables, right? Can you be a mod? So the people that we let mod our channel, and I appreciate you not begging. I definitely recognize that. The people that we let be mods are people that have been with us for a very, very, very long time that we trust, and we already got like I think 3 different mods on this channel right now. And so 17 Dragonfishes, who I think is hanging out in the chat with you. He's already one of our mods. He's been hanging out with us for over a year at this point. And so it was about like 10 months into it that we were like, yeah, would you like to be one of our mods? And so I appreciate that, Ronry, but that's just not something that we offer up too readily. If you want to join our Discord, hang out with us, get to know our community of base builders, all of that stuff, please do. Definitely join us. We're about ready to embark on a massive Project Zomboid project together. And then after that, I want to do some Minecraft stuff with you guys. Like, we spent so long building out and setting up the Minecraft server, and then we all started playing Zomboid. Ugg Chugs. I don't recognize that one. I don't recognize that name. I might have to go look that one up. Yeah, I don't recognize that one at all. Either way, it's definitely not implying anything regarding your credibility or anything like that. I'm sure that you do a darn good job. It's more along the lines of that's just how we've always done business. Try to get people into the spots they deserve and stuff like that. I gotcha. That's a shame when that happens to good creators like that. Obviously, family's the most important thing, and like I'm the exact same way. Like if my family needed me to quit, I'd quit in a heartbeat, right? And so yeah, I definitely understand that, but it is always unfortunate. It's always been weird to me that you get cloth from some of the materials here. I feel like some of the materials, like cigarettes and stuff like that, you should get like plant fiber or something like that. Okay, so we have a person here. Where's the person? I need to make a supply route. Like I need to like make a there. Haha. Fantastic. This makes things so much easier. Okay, you supply line to Sanctuary Hills. Okay. Now get out of here. I love that. He shows up. He's just like, all right, yeah, I'm here. Can I live here? Yeah, now you're my traveling supply line. What's the Discord? So the Discord, you can kind of find it just by searching Base Legend. It's the exact same as this handle right here, so it's just Base Legend on Discord. But the easiest thing to do is to go to our YouTube bio, I think. Yeah, I think I have it in our YouTube bio. Or you can go to baselegend.com and it's up there at the top. Or you can go to like any of our other social medias. We're currently live streaming on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, both vertically and horizontally. And so we are trying to expand quick. And so, yeah, let me know if you can't find it, and I'll be sure to help you out with that. So I took out the only bed that was here for these people. Excuse me, I want these 10mm rounds. I'd like those in the workshop, please. Okay, so we're cleared out here. Now we just got to clear out this front area, and we should be good to go. What do I mean by streaming vertically and horizontally? If you go to our YouTube channel right now, you're going to actually see 2 streams running currently. One of them is horizontally. So it's like if you're sitting at your computer or a laptop or something like that, or if you have your phone turned to its side. And so that's the horizontal format. And then you have vertical format, which is literally what it is, what it sounds. It's just the opposite of that. And so your phone up and down, like TikTok. That is, we stream in both formats, so that way people can kind of pick and choose what they want to watch. Awesome, Ronry. Good to have you, man. I usually say hi to all the new people after streams and whatnot, but make sure you introduce yourself to everybody. If somebody named Mirik gives you any trouble, let me know. His name's Master of Food. He's our top commenter on the channel. He's a funny guy. But yeah, either way, he won't actually. I'm teasing, but either way, it'll be a good time. Man, I was kind of hoping that I'd get a little bit more steel for all of this. I mean, I'm getting a good amount, but I don't know if I have enough to do what I was hoping to do. So we'll see. I actually need to like set this up a little bit before I go, now that I set up all that stuff. He's something. I'll agree with that. He's a good guy, though. Like, he definitely, he's a fun guy, and not the mushroom kind. Like, he's a really quality person. Like, he's somebody that I enjoy having in our community. I offered him an opportunity to be our Minecraft server mod or admin. Nice. It's a fun format. It's fun to kind of do it in both because people get what they want. And then 2 seconds. Sorry about that. And because of that, I'm able to kind of watch all the different chats. But people, like, for the longest time when I was first starting to stream, people would get mad that I was streaming horizontally, or vertically rather. Because, like, why would you do that? You know, like, everything makes more sense horizontally. But then YouTube tried to become like TikTok, and it kind of made sense to do it that way. And so either way. All right, so I want to try to do this as cheap as possible. This is one way that we're going to do it, as cheap as possible. Come on now. I can put it just like anywhere, but I don't want to. Okay, there we go. That'll look good. Oh, absolutely. And it makes sense. I mean, TikTok came in and kind of cornered the market share. And so YouTube definitely needed to do something to stay relevant. And I think they did a fantastic job. Like, I'm a big fan of a lot of the changes that YouTube made. Not a big fan of some of the advertising changes that they've made. That made it a little bit more profit hungry. But I mean, like, to be frank with you guys, like, we're paid creators on YouTube, and so I'm grateful for that opportunity. And so I can't bite the hand that feeds, you know what I mean? I think they did a fantastic job with it. You think they did good too? Fantastic. Outer Worlds, I feel like somebody else recently has told me I need to check out Outer Worlds. And you're probably right. I'm trying to remember who just told me that I need to check out Outer Worlds. But yeah, definitely, that's one that I do want to check out. Nope, come on. I need stairs. There we go. Come on, porch stairs. Yeah, there we go. It's a little something to get me up into here. Okay, easy enough. And then, since I have a supply line, I should be able to set up another generator, right? A couple generators. Actually, there we go. Set up a solar panel. Mild swearing, no worries there. To be honest with you, we keep our channel family friendly, but sometimes we make sure that there's a disclaimer on the channel. Ah, it's delicious. All right, I need to refill on my drink soon. Hang on. Okay, so this is 3, this one's 5. I put this up here. I might be able to put this up here, and that would be a little bit better and out of the way. Yeah. Nah, you know what? I kind of like this look. Definitely kind of like this look a little bit better. Let's get it on the wall. Usually when you get on... Usually it depends on the type of game that we're playing. Like, if we're playing an intense action game, like, yeah, it's no holds barred. Like, y'all can say whatever you want. But it's whenever we're playing, like, casual games, or, like, even if it's an M-rated game, but it's, like, Fallout 4, where it's a little bit more relaxed. Yeah, that's when I'm going to have some rules for, or not rules, but some requests to keep it a little more toned down. Need a switch. Where am I going? Switch power pylon. Are you... Man, if this works, I'm going to be pretty happy about it. As I said, if this works, I'm going to be really, really happy about it. Oh, it's like... It's just off. What are you running into? What are you running into? Is it just the angle? Alright, then if that's the case, then I'm still gonna do it. But we're gonna do it a little bit more strategically. Are we about ready to get a storm? I think that's a storm blowing in. Alright, and then we'll put this right here. And then this to here, like that. I probably don't need to be making this base as ornate as I'm making it, but at the same time, why not, right? Sometimes you want to put power into your base. All right, now is this switch gonna affect that power? No. Kind of made that completely pointless to have that switch there. But you know what? I have a fun idea. What? Wrong button. I'm sitting here holding the B button. I was like, what am I doing? All right, where's my defenses? Laser turret. Yeah, we'll put a laser turret. Alright, so we'll put this laser turret right here. And then we'll also put a spotlight right here too. There we go. Alright, so that'll be a kind of nice little setup that we can just shut down whenever we want. Save a little bit of power. That was a cool lightning strike. Alright. Appreciate that, Ronry. Alright, so let's go ahead. We got power set up. We don't really need anything else over here because we have the supply line set up. But if I can set up more water, I want to set up more water. Alright, this is the advanced purifier. Some of this stuff comes from some of the mods that I'm using, and so I've never actually had a chance to use some of this stuff. There we go. There's the industrial one. The atmospheric. Never gotten to use that one. Okay, that's science rank 3. Water pump. This is the old stuff. Okay. Let's get this advanced water pump in here. Produces 60 water. Actually, I'm going to put 2 of these side by side. They take 6 power each. My favorite drink? Man, I should probably say the one that I'm, like, sponsored to say that I am. But to be honest with you, I haven't, like, re-upped an order with them in a long time. I'm going to say that I'm a big fan of, like, green tea and, like, boba tea and stuff like that. That's kind of my go-to drinks. But what I should be saying is that we are sponsored by a company called Dubby, and you guys should check it out because it's caffeine or sugar-free energy drinks. It's actually really good. Typically, I'm like pretty against product endorsements and stuff like that, but that one's really worthwhile, and I think you guys should go check it out. I just haven't been able to check it out. Iron Brew. Iron Brew. Isn't that like a Scottish beer or something like that? I feel like I know what Iron Brew is. I'm blanking on that one. Sounds good, don't ask. See you in a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and get some more power here for these things. We need to be running at least 6 to them. Can I just put solar right on the side of it? I could literally just put a solar generator right on each of them. But so, okay, we need 12 for each. Well, let's get just 2 generators built. Just to make this easy on ourselves. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Scottish fizzy drink. Okay. Okay, I was close. Somewhat close. Right? Somewhat. Alright, so that is going to give us the water. So that produces 60 water, and we're going to basically be making an empire of water. Okay? You know, Johnny Cash and 9 Inch Nails, they had their empire of dirt. We're going to have our empire of water. So we got that. That's going to produce a ton of water, actually. Like a lot of water. And I could even add more. How much power do I have? That's 20 going into 12. Going into 12. Let's go ahead and put that one in. That one in. So 21 going into 12 plus, I think each one of these was 3, 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. So yeah, all right, that's capacity. That's capacity. But we got 180 water coming out of this one now, which is fantastic. Got 9 beds. We got no food because we got food coming from other locations. Let's go ahead and dump a ton of food here too. This is something that like I do on a lot of the early settlements is I just put food around because when new settlers show up, they'll automatically start doing food. And as long as there's food available for them to cultivate, they'll just start doing it. And so you have kind of a chance to, you don't even have to really worry about making food. Just have to worry about filling settlement soups. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, anything else in the food-wise? Nope. Okay, and then miscellaneous resources. This is the one that I need to actually go back and check that these are being utilized. Is we got to get these scavenger benches working with all the people. Okay. Let's see. Defenses, turrets, anything else we need to set up? We'll set up one of these like here. Set up another one like here. I'm already running kind of low on steel. Only got 400 some odd. Payday 3? Nice. Nice. I love the Payday games. It's probably one of my favorite series is the Payday games. Payday 2 obviously is the one that everybody loves. It's my favorite too. But I've never had a chance to play Payday 3. We sent them a request. We legitimately sent Overkill a request for them to send us a copy of their game and stuff. Didn't make the cut though, and so if I do want to end up getting a copy of it, I'm gonna pay for it, which not a big deal. Just haven't had a chance to do that. All right, so this is the annoying one. Let's go ahead and take everything, and then transfer by storing all the junk. Wow, still have room in our inventory. But cool, got some ammo out of that. That was nice. Welcome back, Don't Ask. Good to see you. Okay, so there's a little water factory that we've set up here at Starlight Drive-In. It's our water situation on us, so we can go sell some stuff and make some money. 140 water. Beautiful. Let's drink a few of those. All right, let's head to Diamond. It's only $9 for Payday right now? Wow. That's actually the most tempting price I think I've ever seen Payday. That's actually kind of crazy. Huh. I saw that they just went to like a subscription model. And so for like a couple bucks a month, you can play all the DLC missions. And like, that almost makes me want to get back into it. Because if you go back onto our channel, like, while we were still sub 1,000 subscribers, like before we had 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I did one Payday video, one Payday 2 video. This was like the first thing I ever built. Just like this little backstop base. But I did this this one video. It's one Payday video, and it's like me soloing the Harvest and Trustee Bank. Love that game so much. Either way, I mean, it's only like $10 over here in the States, I think, if I understand where our current exchange rates are. And so that's not that bad at all.
Sure.
All right, so we get that one done. Sounds good. Perfect. Oh, we got Castle next? I could take a little break to do Castle. Castle's a fun one, but I'm gonna need some like, I need some ammo before we do before I can take on Castle.
Do this. We'll do some recon.
Whoop. There's a wall there, Preston. All right, so he's on his way to Castle. I am going to just check this workshop right here. Wait, no, wrong button. See? Look how much water we're just pulling from this. Fantastic. Okay. With that being said, yeah, I really do want ammo before I go and I take this on. Preston, you gotta figure that out, bud. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just kind of check in on here.
Still a hole, but it could be worse.
What's up, Mama Murphy? You know, I've never built your chair. Hang on, let's build her chair.
Tied to this place, kid.
Yep, I lived here.
Used to live here.
Here you go.
Here.
Have some drugs.
Already have some.
Like a little kick yourself. You're looking.
My favorite weapon? Probably the snipers or the shotguns.
Help you,
I like the shotguns
but
or the
you're
pistols.
gonna be the man.
The non-electronic weapons. I don't like the laser or the plasma weapons. I'll say that.
But there's when you meet. Phew.
Okay. So
Man.
Busy.
Got a favor to ask you, kid.
here we go.
I
There's
know
her
it's
chair.
silly, but I need a chair. Something with a.
So I gave her the jet, right? So now we have unlocked the Easter egg for the Nick Valentine mission. Never actually, I don't think I've ever actually done that one. But it's super fun. There you go, Mama. Keep an eye on my my power armor, will you? Okay, well, I mean, damn, I don't have any like shops set up or anything like that. Let's head to like Castle. I could probably take if I had just a little bit more ammo. And so let's stop off at Hangman's Alley just to check in on that settlement, and then go into Diamond City Market. How's the government shutdown going? I mean, I'm pretty unfazed by it. It's my lifestyle doesn't necessarily is not necessarily dictated by the government or anything like that. So it's completely unfazed me personally. I know it's affecting a lot of people in this country, unfortunately. But yeah, it's something that I'm lucky to not be forced to deal with. Wow, that is some firefighting happening. Okay, so you... Obviously, we got that food happening. It's kind of weird that we have this food covered, right? But I don't see any people back here.
Be growing well.
Like, growing it. So, it is what it is. Oh, you must be the one that's doing the food then. I thought that I had somebody on the supply line, but okay. So what, are you just here doing nothing? No. That doesn't work. You're not allowed to exist without working. Come on. Go make me scrap. If you got time to like sleep, you got time to make me scrap. Thank you. All right, let's go see what this firefight's going on. Like this is a big one that's happening over here. Read chat. Oh, the double barrel action pump hair trigger shotgun. Okay, okay. I know the double barrels. They're super fun. Okay, so it's those guys shooting. The double barrels are super fun, but I always end up missing my shots with them way too frequently, which is kind of sad to admit, but I always end up switching to the combat shotguns very early on. Oh, that should have been in your neck. I do want to get a better barrel on this here weapon. It deserves it.
Sorry. Should have just run.
What? Why? I'm the one that came and saved you guys. Okay. All right. I always appreciated that in like video game writing where they're just like, get out of here. And then you have to like rush back in and basically save them and all that stuff. Do you have an inspirational quote for you guys? An inspirational quote for you guys. Oof, that's hard. It's hard to be inspirational when I'm like working on like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. No, I don't have any inspiration for you guys. You know, in the words of Ozzy, just go crazy. You know, life is too short. Just enjoy it while you can. I like that one. That's a good quote. I like what Ronri's throwing out right now. That's solid. That's solid. I don't know. I got into a conversation over the weekend about the concept of forgiveness or permission. Because I live my life from the concept of it's easier to ask for permission than it is to ask for... Or excuse me, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission sometimes. And I know that a lot of people disagree with that mentality. But it truly is. And that's how life is, in my opinion, designed to be lived. And a lot of people miss out on life because they are focused on like trying to get permission to live a certain way instead of just doing what they want. And if it offends somebody and you care about that person, knowing that you can apologize and like make it up and better and stuff like that. And so ultimately, it doesn't mean you get to be like rude or anything to anybody, but it means that you get to have a little bit more fun. So, all right. So the main goal right now is selling junk for ammo. And then, man, I have all these legendary weapons in my inventory right now that I do not need. I should go back and get that. I've never gotten it before. The Cryolator. I've never gotten it. Like, I know exactly where it is. Everybody knows where it is, right? Never bothered to go back and get it from the vault. All right, anything happening in Diamond City? No, not there. Nothing happening over here. Okay.
You look a little roughed up.
I like that.
Talk to Doc Crocker over there.
There's a what's his name? Bob Proctor quote that's very similar to that. It's like I think it was Ben Franklin who actually once said Ben Franklin or Ralph. It was either Ben Franklin or Emerson who said that whether you think you can or can't, you're right.
I've got a few
And
minutes
so,
to browse.
yeah, same concept there. Law of attraction and all. All right, let's get all these. We're going to grab all of the 12s. Man, that was it? That is all the ammo you're laying down? That's unfortunate. Do you have a better gun then? Hang on, 45s? I could take 45s too. Let's take the 45s. Okay. And then get back over to my stuff. You're taking all of my water. Look at that, 1,000 water. Don't fear thunderstorms, learn to dance in the rain. I like that one too. Guys, dropping some knowledge bombs today. I like it. Get rid of some of this other food. Oh, nope, you cannot have one. I only have 5 stim packs. I need stims. Drugs, please. Drugs, please. Thank you. Okay, get rid of the Nukas. I know that's weird. Everybody that has ever seen me do that is like, why do you sell your Nuka-Colas? You make more money from selling them. And, like, it's a stim pack takes care of you more than a Nuka. And there's no perks that are worthwhile specifically for Nuka-Cola anymore. And so that's why I do that. Benford's Law. An observation that in many natural and real-world data sets, the leading digit is non-uniformly distributed, but instead follows a logarithmic distribution. What? That's pretty cool. So you're saying, like, if your first number is 1, the likelihood of it being 2 or something that is actually like the next digit is that's really unique. Those are the types of laws that really trip me out. Because when I was in college, they taught us this one called Pareto's Principle. And the more I live life, the more I'm like, oh yeah, Pareto's Principle right there in front of my face. Like that's exactly what that is. And it's super, super trippy. But so Pareto's Principle was originally used to determine it was like a land survey in Italy is what it was originally used for. And Pareto basically theorized that 20% of an effort determines 80% of a result. And then on the opposite end of that, 80% of a result 80% of effort makes 20% of a result. And so, like, if you think of every group project that you've ever been a part of in anything, right, like a school project or something like that, 20% of that group does 80% of the work. And 80% of that group does 20% of that work. And so it's this phenomenon that you see all the time. And I don't know, ever since that was pointed out to me, it tripped me out. It's one of those big things. Just Googled random math law. You find anything good? That's like my search history and stuff like that. It's like video game tips and like video game videos and like work stuff. And then there's a lot of just miscellaneous junk, you know? All right, let's go take on Castle. I was going to build a vault today, but I needed to go get steel, and then Preston was just like, let's go take on the castle, and it's just like, let's do it. Castle only takes like 20 minutes, though, if that. And I'm not going to be able to do like the underground bunker and the armory and stuff like that. That takes a couple more missions. Good night, sir. You have a great 117. I'll see you on Sunday for some Project Zomboid. I love that weapon, the Ripper. They make kind of a real Ripper in real life, like a one-handed battery-operated chainsaw. They sell it at a local hardware store here. Thought you ought to know. All right, so we're heading this way. You turn around.
What?
What? Really? What do you think you're gonna accomplish, huh? I am on my way to go kill things that are so much more deadly than you. No, actually. There's one shot off. Alright, fine. Gonna make me take on some gunners? I'll take on a gunner. Where is he? Did he go inside? I know there's some up there. There he is. Okay. Thanks for your dynamite, bro. It's kind of nice. Don't keep firing. That's not nice. Wow, look at your shooting. Good shooting, Tex. I was impressed with you. That was a bad grenade, though. Terrible grenade. Oh, that. Terrible shooting. Alright, last one. Oh, where'd you come from? I mean, if you're gonna stand right in front of a 308, you kind of deserve to have your head blown up, right? Might be hungover from Sunday. All right, buddy. I hope you feel a little bit better. That's unfortunate to hear. I'm actually not picking up on that reference, and I feel like I should. All right, let's get this one. All right, and then that one. She's still up there, but like, can't see her. There she is. Oh. Pfft. There we go. Okay. Seriously? Oh, come on. At least he's got a 308 on him, and so this will be at least worth it. If his gun fell to the ground, but of course it flew up there. What's my favorite song? Alive by POD. Wow, that's actually one that I haven't heard in a long, long time. I used to be a big POD fan, actually. My favorite song. For the longest time, I would tell people it was The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Like the remake that they did of the Simon and Garfunkel song. Or ironically, the remake that Johnny Cash did of Nine Inch Nails' Hurt. Because both songs are gorgeous if you are familiar with what I'm referring to. And so I would say one of those two is probably my favorite of all time. But I mean, I'm a big music fan, so like I try to listen to as much of everything as possible. So I want to try to get up there where they were. So I'm trying to see if there's a way to do that without actually going through the medical facility, because I wasted a lot of ammo and I really, really want to kind of collect some of this ammo. But it almost looks like I'm going to have to go inside if I want to go to these upper areas. I'm going to try one more thing and then do it. Would also say, oh no, I'm a big fan of like metal and hardcore. It's like there's a lot of Parkway Drive songs that I'm a big fan of and stuff like that. There we go. This is how we do it. That's how we can get up here. That works super well. Alright. Make it into their little base here. See if there's any just backup or background loot that we can grab. Can I seriously go all the way down? No. Okay. But that's kind of cool that it takes you right over here. That's pretty nifty, actually. And then that's the other building that I really wanted to get on top of, is that one right there with that dead dude. Because that has a 308 that I would really, really enjoy getting the ammo for right now. Welcome back, don't ask. Wait, you already said that a long time ago. Sorry. I wish TikTok had timestamps. So that way I could be like, no, I've already said yes to that person. I've already responded to that person. But alas, they make me do it myself. Alright, again, not trying to go inside the building. Don't want to deal with that headache. Alright, I've had it. Let's just keep it moving. Keeping it. I shouldn't have died from that. I really shouldn't have. That's for sure. But oh well. Oh well. Onward. So okay, we'll get on down to Castle and then get on over to back to the vault. But that was pretty silly. What's great though is that it saved our purchase. Let's go to Jamaica Plain this time and come up. Seems a little bit easier. Should not have failed that one. Oh well. So, I know that we were supposed to be working on that vault today, but oh well. Not a big deal. I never did this one either. Well, I've done it in the past, but not on this playthrough just yet. The one where it's like find the treasure of Jamaica Plains or whatever it is. So we'll get that handled. And then you know what? While we're down here, we might as well get the quest location too. Just so we can fast travel in the future and avoid what's his name? What's it called? That dog meat quest, right? Oh wait, no, this is the wrong military base. Either way, this is a good one to raid. Let's take care of this while we're at it. Alright, 2 seconds. I'm waiting for them to go hidden so that way they can kind of go back into their places. There we go. That shouldn't have happened like that, but oh well. Hey, thanks for the follow, Dylan. That ain't gonna work. Alright, no worries. Come on now. Oh, is there somebody behind me? No. It's just somebody off to the side there. Okay. Alright, so she's got like a plasma, so give me 2 seconds here. I really need to get a better sight on that thing. That is annoying. Alright, onward here. Finally getting some combat armor pieces, which is really nice. There we go. Alright, that is annoying. Hang on, let me shut that off real fast. Because I do not want to just keep listening to that over and over and over again. Well, stop. Stop making that message repeat. Is it on the computer? Because that's usually how it goes. There you go, Ron Reed. That's actually, there's a gold-plated Kiss record behind me. And so that was actually one of the first concerts I ever went to was Kiss and Aerosmith. And then Bon Jovi was like right around that same time too. Can I seriously not kill this alarm? Because that's really annoying if I can't. Alright, whatever. Let's just hurry up and loot this then and get away from here because this is a super annoying location. I love how this is supposed to be a military checkpoint and I'm finding like pipe weapons and stuff like that. Like, definitely not what you should be finding there.
This safe house is for military personnel only. Citizens, including non-military family members, will be turned away from matters.
Love if you could take those out, but whatever. Alright, onward to castle. We're gonna skip past all of the raiders and stuff. Like you can go up there and there's a whole raider camp. But we'll just go ahead and take this fusion core. Alright, and I think it's pretty much just raiders and ghouls down here, so it should be a pretty easy run just to get all the way down here. Yeah, get the police station while we're here. And then that's one of my favorite locations is Beantown Brewery. Or no, this is the Jowett. I've never been able to say it. Gwinnett Brewery or whatever it is. And then of course there's all of the other random stuff this way. Super mutants. As long as we don't have to deal with a suicider, we're fine. I'm just gonna bail on them. That went the wrong way. I'm sorry, gates should be double hinged. They just should. Oh yeah. See, that's one of my favorite parts about this whole quest, Ronwery, is when you get the artillery and you actually set up all of those artillery guns across the map and then you can use them across the map if you've set them up properly. Yeah, super fun. All right, let's get this done. So how do you guys ever like choose to play this? Because typically I always tell them to just kind of rush in the front and just not hold back, and it's one of the only times that I ever tell anybody to do that in Fallout.
Hey there.
Like, because they give you the option, right? Is do you want to do a pincer attack? Do you want to just like storm the front? Do you want to go scout it out and let us know? That type of thing. No, just attack. Just attack.
Definitely.
That's right.
Let's do it.
The wall. What are we waiting for?
No. If we
Why not let them?
We'll probably lose less people if we set up a line, to be honest with you. Let's draw them out.
Set up a
Let's do
firing
that strategy.
line, and I'll draw them out.
Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely hit subscribe or follow depending on what platform you guys are on. I know we're about ready to break like 27.5 on YouTube if we haven't already, and then the goal is currently 2,000 on TikTok. That's the next one we want to get monetized is TikTok, because it's fun being a YouTube creator, but TikTok is the one that that definitely makes bills get paid easier. All right, onward. There's all our Mirelurk friends. Whew. Let's get our shotgun out. Let's remember where our shotgun is. Is that what we're calling that? Calling that luck? Where's my shotgun? I should have a shotgun on here. There it is. Hang on, it's not favorited. There we go. That's much better. Should probably also get those grenades ready. Get him, Preston. You guys see that punch? That was a nice one. Can't find a good cheap Dell Optiplex or HP. I'm trying to think. I've been away from like those types of computers for a long time. Can I sing? I used to sing in a band, if you can believe it. Let me rephrase that. I used to do vocals in a metal band, and so it wasn't necessarily singing as much as it was screaming and making guttural noises. And so, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why I went into entertainment. It's actually funny. One of my other gigs, I do like financial news and stuff like that. And so it's definitely a bunch of different worlds. The other streamer on this channel, he sings every once in a while too, and we'll do like little karaoke streams and all that. Yeah, break on through. But either way, might as well grab this while we're waiting. Increase 5% on our ballistics damage. Hey, 45 ammo. Just take these guys out. Oh, that's not bad at all, dude. That actually, so that happened to me in high school. I went to, my theater teacher actually called me into the chorus room one day because we had not enough people in our ensemble. And so they asked me to do scales and like just line read a bunch of music from the show. And so I did, and I was super grateful for the opportunity. But then, of course, I never got a call back. And so that was one of those things where it's just like, oh, okay, I get it, I guess.
Damn. Looks like they've been nesting. We're
All
gonna
right.
take out these eggs. They'll be back before we know it. Looks like the whole inside will build.
Take out some of these eggs real fast.
Sure looks that way. Here's how we're gonna play this. Hold here in the courtyard. I'll take care of any eggs you want. The general and I will clear the walls.
Let's do it, Preston.
Do this, General.
Let's do this. Time's up, let's do this. Leroy. Sorry. That's like when I was first getting on the internet, was when Leroy Jenkins first happened. What am I missing here? Come on, break that egg. Why aren't you breaking that one? Fine. But yeah. Alright, onward. Hey, Major. How you doing, man? Happy October back to you, sir. Good to see you as always. Nade. Really? That was a terrible grenade. How are you doing this spooky season, Major Killer? This is like my favorite month of the year. Because not only is it like Halloween. Hey, 13 months as a member? Look at that, Major Killer. Nice, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, so October is like my favorite month of the year because not only is it my birthday at the end of the month, but now my daughter, one of my daughter's birthdays, my 3-year-old's birthday is, oh, that one's legendary. That one sucks. Can you focus on the legendary instead of the queen? Queen's not out yet. Queen's not out yet, and I could use some help here, guys. Yep, okay, so the queen's out, and we got a legendary. Let these guys go at it for a second. Mutated and then took me out. That's fun. My favorite animal. That's a tricky one. I'm a big fan of koi fish. Like a big fan of koi fish. I like the koi fish. And so, yeah. Do you consider fish animals? Like, are they kind of their own species? Because, like, they're fish, you know? I don't know.
This message will repeat.
You're making me restart all of that. It's ridiculous. Alright, well, no worries. Let me just grab all this stuff real quick.
Yes.
That's super annoying that it's going to make me do all that work over and over again. But either way. I blame the fact that as soon as that legendary appeared, Preston just bailed. He was just like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. Oh. I think I've mentioned this before. Normally I play, like when I do base building, I play Fallout on like the easy difficulties. But I decided this time around, because I'm just kind of bored with it, if you will, I decided that I would actually just keep everything on normal. And so I'm pretty under-geared for this area and all that stuff. Crab is nice. Very underrated animal. I'll give you that one, too. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. Or, well, I tell people I'm from Washington, D.C. because if I tell people I'm from Fairfax, Virginia, they look at you like you're really weird. And so I say DC because everybody's just like, oh, you're from the nation's capital. Like, yeah, okay. I'm from like 10 minutes outside of out of DC. And so, long story short, with my upbringing, I have a lot of family from Maryland, right? And Maryland is known for two things: really trashy cities and amazing crab. And so soft shell crab is probably one of my favorite meals of all time. You worked in Alexandria for a little bit, Lulu? Man, small world right there. That's awesome. That is awesome. I used to frequent Alexandria all the time. You actually might have come to the nightclub that I used to work at. I used to work at Jack's nightclub in Springfield, Virginia, off of Rolling Road and Old Keene Mill. And I'm going to give that place specifically out because it no longer exists. It got turned into a kebab shop. But yeah, I used to work at that iconic Jack's nightclub there, where bands came to die or got their rise. Yeah, that's true. I guess you non-Americans would have no idea where Fairfax, Virginia is, but you probably could point out DC on a map, right? That makes sense, Major Killer. You love fishing? I was having a conversation with my wife just the other day about how I want to take my girls fishing when they're a little older, or at least my oldest. I want to take her fishing. Like within the next couple of years. So much fun. So much fun. Alright, well, let's do this without sucking this time. I pull out the... I love that. I say that we're gonna do it without sucking, and I pull out the baton. Alright, let's police brutality these crabs down. Alright, let's get it done.
Uh-huh. Definitely.
Come on, we're going in guns blazing, guys. I don't care. I don't care. Guns blazing. Let's do it. Guns blazing. Yeah, we're not overcomplicating this time because I died. I overcomplicated it last time and it didn't go well. And save. Gonna be smart this time. Let's do it. Guns blazing. Alright, so two things first. Number one is let's get our shotgun here up on button 6. And then I also, so I don't have to keep going into my inventory, I keep forgetting to do this. Where do I have those favorited? 0. Okay. Okay. Alright, onward. Frag nades. There. And then drugs. Let's get our Med-X. We'll put that on 7. We'll put some jet on 8. I only have 1 psycho. Well, that's gonna be saved until the boss. All right, let's do it. Let's get it done. Do I have a hobby? I work like 12 hours a day, man. And so, like, you're kind of looking at my hobby. I decided to turn my hobby into something that could help pay my bills. And so, instead of just sitting around and gaming, I decided, hey, you know what, let's make a channel, let's stream content, let's, like, make additional content. And so, like, this channel pays maybe, like, one of my bills. And so I'm pretty proud of it. Like, it's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's I kind of turned my hobby into a little bit of a job. I'm also an avid Pokemon collector, like Pokemon trading card game. And so some of the content on our channel, sorry about that. Did I kill Preston? I don't think I killed Preston. But I definitely killed a couple of the Minutemen there. Definitely killed one of the Minutemen. Hang on. Sorry, friend. I'll take your laser musket, though. It's a good weapon just to have. Got any tips how to save money as a 14-year-old? The best thing I could give you advice-wise, and I'm not the best when it comes to saving money, too. But the best thing that I can offer advice-wise is to pay yourself first. Learn to pay yourself first. Like, before your bills, before your deducts, before any of the other stuff, like, you put money aside, you put it in the bank. And so it takes a little bit of practice and patience and stuff like that, but if you do it properly, you'll save money. The other thing that I can also offer up to you is think about things a little bit differently, because like the vast majority of the world, they'll go to a store and they'll see something that's like 50% off, you know, and if it's a $10 product, they're gonna look at it and they just go, oh, I saved $5, you know? No, you spent $5. You still spent $5. Every time that you spend $1, you've spent money. And so approaching it like that gives you kind of a different perspective. And it kind of gets you away from the mentality of I need to follow every single deal and that type of thing. And so that's kind of my 2 perspectives there on it. Don't know if that was helpful or not, or what you're looking for. I love how they were just like, all right, you guys clear out the clutches in the yard, and the general and I are gonna go do the ones back here. And so far I've done every single one that's in the yard. What job do I recommend? Wait, you need a degree to work at McDonald's now? No, you don't. No, you don't. For management, maybe. But for general labor, nah. What job do I recommend? So I work for myself. I've been making content and I do like marketing and stuff like that. I've been doing it for about like 15 years. And then like I try to find ways to just monetize my other hobbies and things that I'm into. And so like a good example of that is, again, this channel right here was my wife came up to me one day and just goes, you know, you spend so much time building bases in video games, but you never like you never take them anywhere. Nobody ever sees them except for me when you show them off to me. Why not make a channel and like show them off to people? And so she kind of was the reason behind Base Legend. She's kind of the inspiration of it. She even actually came up with the name originally. And so yeah, that's a big part of it. And then yeah, a mechanic. Yeah, that's actually mechatronic, electrician, and machine mechanic. That's not a bad one. You gamble and work at Panera. You know what? That's a solid strategy, I guess. Blue Flow. That's a solid one. All right, so I'm pretty sure that was the queen coming in. Was that the queen? Or did I just kind of leave Preston to deal back that way? I think I just left Preston to deal with the legendary all by himself. Sorry, Preston. Luckily, he can't die. So it's like kind of whatever. Oh, come on. My spread should be so much better. What's up, Preston? All right, so we're going to need to destroy a few more of these before the queen's going to come on out, which is kind of unfortunate because I was really hoping to do this as low-key as possible. Oh, there it is. You want to be a pilot, Ronry? Get it, man. Takes a lot of commitment, but if you got that commitment, man, more power to you. That's a lot of respect right there. All right, so here comes the queen. What? Oh, poison. That's what's getting me. All right, so how do we want to kill the queen? How do we want to kill the queen? We got brass knuckles in here. Yeah, pilot's definitely a beautiful job, but really difficult to get. Oof. 200 hours of Project Zombie time, man? Not bad. Not bad at all. I think that's kind of like where I'm at this point. All right, let's laser musket it. Oh, that's a lot of acid spit. That came at me quick. That came at me way too quick. Kind of was not expecting that. It's all good. Again, I feel like I'm under-geared for this. You don't know how to math? It's okay. I don't know how to math, Ronry. I don't know how to write math. All right, last attempt here. And then I'm just going to say we'll do this next time. It's castle. I've done this 100 times before. We're gonna do this the super fast way though. Where's my combat rifle? There it is. Super fast version. Here we go. Let's go. Haha. Your eggs are dumb. I used to have a bayonet on this thing. I don't know why I took it off. Oh well. You know, I've used brass knuckles on one of the boss fights in this game before. It's not the most effective. That was pretty effective. Like, I'm trying not to kill off my team too. But to be honest with you, it's so easy to just kill off your team. Preston. I hear somebody else using a gun up there, so it's not just Preston. Alright guys, get the little eggs. As I said, I'm going to do this a lot quicker this time around, and we're just going to get her out. But like, you don't have to wait to get her summoned. I'm trying to wrap up pretty soon.
Lurks like to hold up inside old building. The walls are probably full.
We're looking that way. Here's how we're gonna play this. Hold here in the courtyard. Take care of any exit points. The general and I will clear the walls. Let's do this.
Okay. We'll head upstairs and take care of these. Really? We got her already? That was fast. Missed the legs, obviously. There we go. All right, come on. It's probably just one more egg clutch. Oh. Yeah, let's actually watch her come out of the water this time. I love that. They're like, you're going to want to see this, but they never point you to where she comes from until you're supposed to follow Preston, but I never followed him over here. And then that happens. All right, so 2 seconds. Let's be smart about this. Quick save. Yeah. You stay back there. Don't like that. That poison she has is brutal. Alright, let's get some other things in play here. Med-X, our only psycho that we brought because we're kind of dumb. Sure. Okay, and there we go. Of course I do it when I'm mostly out of ammo. Nope. Nope. Still nope. Don't like that. Mm-hmm. 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 It's like fighting that legendary Deathclaw inside of the vault. If anybody watched me do that one, that was not fun. Preston, what are you doing in there? We need you, like, out in the battlefield, sir. Alright, so out of stims, we'll eat a melon. There we go, super stim pack. What are you doing in here? Alright, we're gonna Swiss cheese her. I'm sorry, but that was funny. That one was funny. Alright, little Swiss cheese. What's happening? What's happening? Hatchlings? We can handle a hatchling. Okay. Where is she? Alright, I was doing better with this. Come on now. It's always alarming how, like, difficult this fight is when you're not on the lower or like when you're on the harder difficulties, especially when you like do what a lot of players do and just blow through Fallout on the easy ones. Yeah, super fun. Look at Preston just sitting there on fire. My God. That was just painful. That was just a painful one.
All right. Good work, people.
Hey, got a marksman hardened hunting rifle. That's actually a nice one.
We're gonna have a look at the radio to see what shape it's in. The rest of you, clear out any remaining Mirelurks or eggs you find.
Okay.
Let's go see if there's anything left of the old
Bingo.
So we'll go ahead and finish setting this thing up real fast, and then that's probably where I'll call it.
Take that thing down.
Yeah, I can't believe we managed to take it down either.
Worse. See what you can do with it. I'm gonna go see what else is left around this old place.
All right, where's the hookup? So this was one that took me a long time to find, but there's a hookup, like an actual power hookup right here. Yeah, right here, this switch. And if you hook it up properly, you can light the entire castle simultaneously while getting a water pump online. And it took me a long time to figure that out. But either way, and then this one takes 10. What do we got? We can make 3 of these? Perfect. All right, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, and we'll probably have to make a couple more. go. And then over here. There we go. Love that. I'll probably set up another pylon. Can I set up another pylon yet? Like a large one? Steel? I just need 8 steel to do it. Let's go find some steel real fast. There's a Myra lurk back there just waiting. Do not want to deal with those right now. There we go. There's steel. Okay. So large pylon. Perfect. Come on now. There it is. Scrap that wire. Go to here. And then over to here. There we go. So now it's not right in front of your face every single time. Cool. And then power it up.
Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast.
Monday, we'll put this back together. Better than ever.
There we go. Why are we not working? Should be working. Might have to split that power now, which is kind of weird.
Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast.
I guess we do. Okay. That's not a problem. Is that just the first time that I've ever put it in there instead? There we go. I guess normally I put it right into that one as opposed to this one because this one gives you some like lights and stuff like that.
Nobody's going to believe that we actually killed that thing.
Damn right, but we did. All right, talk to Preston. Look at you. Look at you with that flamer. He found that. Love that. All right, hang on. Summer what?
Now we've got to pay
I actually don't recognize that song, Ronry. I really don't.
make it last this time. So,
All right, so there we go. There's taking Independence.
I'll mark it up.
Right.
And then right back to work, getting more settlements. And that is where we're going to call it. Let's go ahead and get back over to Vault 88.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day.
Oh, I should have recognized that.
Attention.
I actually should have recognized that. I actually enjoy Eminem. Okay, let's go ahead and get to Vault 88, where we were going to spend the entire stream, and then we decided not to spend the entire stream. There we go. All right, y'all. So you guys know the drill. If you're a fan of base building games, survival games, and like that type of stuff, mainly anything that has a base building mechanic inside of it, that is what we do here at Base Legend. It started off as a passion project between me and the one of my partners who runs the company, and then also my wife. We just all play games where we build stuff. And so we just started off as a passion project, and now we're sitting here and we're like, why not? Let's just keep it going. We're having fun. We're making a little money. Just keep it all having some, yeah, you get it. But anyway, guys, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm probably not going to be on tomorrow, but I'll be on Sunday, and we're going to try to get Project Zomboid going. Ronry, we try to drop content, whether it's a stream, video, or a short, every single day. A lot of the shorts and stuff that you're going to see are basically just clips from our streams and stuff, but we try to release content every single day, mainly because we are growing this channel about twice as fast as the other YouTube projects that I'm involved with. And so something's working. Something's definitely working with this one. The road to 10,000 subscribers is on us. Like, I mean, that's what we're working on now. But either way, guys, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. If you are on Twitch or TikTok, make sure you head to the YouTube so you can join our Discord as well. Don't know if we're going to be doing a base building contest this month or next month, just personal finances and stuff like that. But either way, I'll see you guys back on Sunday for some Project Zomboid. Jay, the other streamer, Jay will probably be on tomorrow with one of the things he's playing. What's he doing lately? I don't know. We got some affiliate streams we got to knock out, so we'll probably be doing one of those. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy Friday to you guys, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye. You just came back, Master Penguino? I'm sorry, buddy. I am sorry to hear that. Well, you were back just in time for me to say goodbye, Master Penguino. Bye-bye. Have a good one, y'all.